Good morning, everyone. It's Elizabeth, and I wanted to finish up my series I was doing recently on the divine feminines in separation from their divine masculine. So, this is the last one in this group, and this is for Earth sign, divine feminine, Earth sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, by the way, and that goes for all the readings. Just wanted to include that. And so this is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the week ahead starting today, October 20th, until the 31st of October, which is Halloween. And if you didn't know already, Mercury goes retrograde on the same day as Halloween. So yay. Anyway, I'm also working, the decks I'm working with today, I'm using my pre-Raphaelite tarot deck, which I thoroughly enjoy. It's quite lovely. You'll appreciate the artwork, I'm sure. And then I'm also using today my Divine Feminine again, which I used in my other reading recently. And the Divine Feminine, this is a gorgeous oracle deck by Megan Watterson. And so I decided that I needed a theme for your reading, my Divine Feminine Earth signs. I just decided that I would go with it and use the deck. So the card I pulled while in meditation, this is Inanna. And if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, forgive me. Inanna. She's lovely. Look at her. She's so pretty. But what it represents, and I'm going to read to you, but she says she's the queen of heaven and earth. And what it says underneath the card here, it says, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So self-acceptance, I think, is part of the message here. It's self-acceptance, self-love. And I'm going to read to you from the book what it says here. So when your soul selects her card, it's right here. It's a big book, by the way. This is the book that comes with the Divine Feminine. It's a beautifully written book. It's very thick, and it has all the meanings of the card. So when your soul selects her card, Inanna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self. She becomes more powerful because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she's fully dressed or cloaked heavenly in the ego. Heavily. I didn't say heavenly, by the way. Inanna is an invitation to get naked. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark cages, where we place parts of ourselves, the truths that exist, there also exist right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So, if we are exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean, really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautiful, broken place that's a call for love, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspects of our being. And in uniting with our twin sister from the depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. Soul voice meditation. Can I love my shadow as much as my light? Self-acceptance, everyone. Intention. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So that's a clear theme for this reading, with her, with Inanna. She's telling you to love yourself. Self-acceptance. Acceptance is key for everything in your life. You've got to start with yourself. How can you bring in anything good into your life until you love yourself and accept yourself for who and what you are? Just like Inanna projects in this message. So let's go ahead. I'll put the book over here. And I'm going to take a look at the spread that I laid out here. Now, as you can see, I already pulled 10 cards. And if there needs to be clarification, then I'll certainly clarify, okay? But we're starting with, in the recent past, for my divine feminine earth signs out there, we're starting with the first card, 9 of Swords. And it shows that, some of you earth sign divine feminines out there have been anxious, not sleeping, worrying too much about what everyone else is thinking. And honestly, stop worrying about the opinions of others, especially if this has to do with a relationship, if it has to do with specific relationships or people at work, people in your life in general. Some of you are just, I think, people pleasers too. Some of you earth signs are trying to make everybody happy all at once. But right now, you guys have got to work on yourself. Get back to where you were and you guys are earth signs. Get back to the earth. Ground yourself. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground here. But this is definitely the recent past. And it does show in the recent past too with the Four of Pentacles. Here we go. In general, this is the card of the miser. When I read this card in the past, it shows all this anxiety is pent up anxiety, pent up stress, it's all pent up. And you haven't been sleeping because of the anxiety, because of the stress. And if you keep holding on to this and you don't let go of it, or you don't find a way to channel all this pent up anxiety and stress, if you keep holding it back, you're going to explode. You will explode. You definitely will explode. Emotionally, you'll just lose it. And honestly, it's just, life is too short. Life is just too short. Now, I'm taking a sip of my water already, my goodness. Now, what I'm looking at for the situation at hand, we have the Wheel of Fortune next to the Six of Swords. Now, together, the Six of Swords is clarifying, but I wanted to show you that in this deck, it's timing. It represents timing in every deck pretty much, and some of you are at the top of the wheel, meaning that you're open to receive messages. If you're at the bottom of the wheel, if the card were reversed, it would have a different meaning, and I don't always read reversed. But in this situation, this is about somebody, and I believe this is your divine masculine. Maybe it's you. The roles can be reversed. But this is about the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new cycle. And it is literally about timing. The Wheel of Fortune is timing. And what it shows here is, I believe there's movement and travel happening because you've got the Six of Swords. And that in general is moving away or moving towards actually calmer waters, moving away. I mean, in this card here, it's, a family just moving on with their lives and taking what they can take with them and moving on. And they're not looking back, they're looking forward and they're being optimistic. Now, to dive deeper into this meaning, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune next to the Six of Swords, this is unfinished business that is now being resolved. And it could be that some of you are moving away, literally, or moving away from a divine masculine, or finally just done with it and moving away and moving towards something that is more positive in your life, something, that relaxes you and dissipates that anxiety that you were experiencing in the recent past. So a lot of you are getting away or letting go of relationships that are no longer serving your purpose, are no longer, there's no reciprocity, so you had to move away from it. And also, some of you may be involved with somebody at a distance. It could be a long distance relationship. For some of my divine feminines, you may have a divine masculine in a different city or a different state, maybe a different country even for some of you. But I get that there's been maybe perhaps some, again, you guys are in separation, and that shows up in the past here. And that shows that both of you, especially I'm feeling, believe it or not, divine masculine feeling guilty. And the divine masculine with the Nine of Swords, that's the anxiety I'm getting for your divine masculine, and that your divine masculine is extremely stubborn. But this is earth energy too. So you guys have a tendency to hold back recently, holding back, not wanting to say anything, or just being stubborn about it and just saying, I'm not doing this anymore, just letting it go. But Four of Pentacles is holding it in. And in the future, you're letting it go. Okay, so you're moving forward. some of you divine feminine earth signs out there. You're moving forward, you're taking advantage of new opportunities. This is a good thing for a lot of you. Six of Swords especially is, moving away from the negativity and moving towards something that, can serve you on every level, I think, professionally and personally. And in your future, let's see here, what do we have? Well, this is the Ten of Cups. And so you're embracing your family. A lot of you earth signs out there, my divine feminines, you're embracing a connection or a reconnection with your family, or you're just being very grateful for what you have in your life, whether it's your family, your friends, all of the above, your children, your grandchildren. For some of you, this is, the desire to be. I mean, what I'm seeing is it's coming in your energy. So it's appreciating what you got. It's being grateful for the people in your life that you can count on. And what's interesting is you do have underneath to clarify the Ace of Cups. And in this deck, so Ace of Cups is the offering of love, which I believe a lot of you receive on a daily basis from friends and family. But when we dive deeper, and we will, this is a connection you had with somebody, my divine feminine earth signs. You were connected to someone, and it felt like maybe even someone that was a soulmate, a twin flame, somebody that you could spend the rest of your life with, you thought. But they're coming back around on some level. There's an energy of, for those of you in separation, the idea of the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups together, that to me is coming into your future. So it's appreciating what you have, and it's something of an offering of love is coming in. And then you have coming in next to that is the Prince of Cups, which is literally an offer of love. And for some of you divine feminines, you may have a divine masculine that in separation who either is younger than you or flip the switch the roles, but are emotionally maybe a little immature, but their intentions seem to be somewhat, they have good intentions with this card. I want to clarify that card though it's the King of Wands. So some of you earth sign feminines out there could have a fire sign divine masculine that you were involved with, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is, I guess that this divine masculine is coming forward with an offer. I do believe he is. I don't know how, there's some, with this particular deck, he's a bit aloof, emotionally aloof, or doesn't want to really show you too much emotion here at first. So he is making an offer. He is reaching out. So if you have been in separation from your divine masculine, there could be, with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, and then here we have the clarifying card of here we have a fire sign energy. So even if he's not a fire sign, there's an energy of arrogance to this divine masculine. There's an energy of, well, I always have to be right. Okay, there's not a lot of with this guy. He's very loving father if he is a dad. If he's, he's probably very loving to his family, to his mother and father. That's something I pick up here. So he can give love to people in his life that he loves. But when it comes to you, this romantic relationship, I think he always has to be the alpha. That's what I'm getting. And I feel for some of you divine feminines out there, you don't need to be controlled. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want, I think in this partnership, this divine masculine energy here, he always had to have control. Okay. And maybe that's why it didn't work out. Maybe that's why there was separation. But it does show in the future, the outcome here, you've got Temperance. This comes up for all my readings, all the love readings I did. Okay, and now some of you see Temperance as soulmate love, soulmate twin flame energy. It could be. It's also, she is pouring 2 cups of water back and forth, so it is balance. So there is reciprocity. There is somebody that I believe wants to reach out to you and communicate, and they're taking their sweet old time. That's what I'm seeing, because they don't know what to say. You got the 7 of Cups. I believe some of you divine feminines involved with these divine masculines in separation, I think that they're either the divine masculines could be drinking too much or just smoking too much or shopping. For some of them, I'm picking up they're spending an awful lot of money. shopping on, buying nice things for themselves, going out to eat. They don't want to face it. That some of them, they're thinking about what to say. I mean, I look at this card, I think, my God, some of these divine masculine men are so full of themselves. They're thinking about them. They put themselves first all the time. That's what I see. And I know that you divine feminine earth signs recognize who this person is. For some of you, this will not resonate with all of you. But if you are in separation with a masculine, divine masculine, and could be a man, could be a woman, this is the energy that they exude, that of selfishness and choices. They know they have a lot of decisions that they have to make. And so I'm going to clarify these cards. I just want to see what's going on with some of these cards here. So I'm going to clarify. Let's see here. Before I do that, I dropped my crystal. Okay. As far as the Ten of Cups goes, I'd like to know, honestly, why we have the Ten of Cups with... we know that the Ten of Cups is next to the Ace of Cups. So it's coming into your future, guys. So the question is, why is the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups coming into the future for my divine feminine earth signs? What does that mean for them? I am asking my guides and this fell right out, and guardian angels to be as accurate and as evidential as possible. My goodness. Okay, so this is what's up, guys. Ten of Wands. Okay. That means that your divine masculine is feeling incredibly burdened and still committed to you in his mind. I don't know. There's a level of, I think he's feeling, he misses you. This is nostalgia. Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's somebody from the past coming back. So this is definitely someone from the past who has not let you go. And maybe your divine masculine was the one that walked away. And again, the roles could be switched. But in this position, it's the person who walked away. Okay? So the person who walked away is now thinking of coming back. And you make them smile, okay? You make them laugh. I think you guys had, at one point, a lovely connection where you two could just be very content and happy together, and that's what this divine masculine wants, okay? So there is an offer coming in, okay? So we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like there may have been something financial between the two of you, or maybe you worked together, maybe you knew each other through work, or maybe your divine masculine was trying to get a business started up, something to do with an earth energy around him that's not you, because here we've got the Seven of Swords. So what got between you two, I think, and it's still happening in your divine masculine's life, is this uncertainty, this vacillation. He keeps going back and forth with, do I reach out to her? Do I not reach out to her? I don't know if there's a third party in this scenario. I didn't even ask. It didn't come up in the reading. I don't believe there is in this particular reading, I don't think your divine masculine, as far as if he's with anybody new right now, I think that right now you're his focus. The lovers come up, which means that there's no new love in his life. I'm clarifying what he wants. And so for some of you earth signs, there could be someone returning with an offer of love. Just remember, he hasn't changed. Even if it's been more than a year that you have not heard from this person, for some of you, it's been a few months. So when he does reach out, nothing's really changed. He's still that guy that I think broke your heart, Three of Swords. The third party, if there is a third party, by the way, I'm not sensing it's romantic, but it could be. I think it's more about their friends, his relationship with the people in his life, his family, because Ten of Cups is family. So I think that what got between you and this divine masculine could be something to do with either his family, his brothers, sisters, maybe even his parents or one of his parents. For some of you, there definitely could have been someone that you found out about. And again, I'm not sensing that we have the Emperor here. So he's arrogant, but I think that he's more about being responsible with somebody else in his life. I think this has to do with children. For some of you earth signs out there, you may be dealing with an earth sign man that is focused on his family right now, whether it be his children or his mother, or he's trying to be responsible. But he's also, with the Seven of Swords, feeling uncertain about the connection he has with the relationship he's in now. I think the person that he might be helping in the family, again, this is not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you, it's going to be dead on. You're going to get it. I think that some of you are dealing with a divine masculine who can't get out of his own way when it comes to his family, when it comes to maybe his mother or his father or some of his children. It could be a daughter that seems to be interfering with your relationship with him. But there is definitely, let's see who this person is. Is it a family member? Okay, so Tower card. So this person is driving this person crazy. Okay, so there are definitely some problems going on with this divine masculine and this other person in their life. And so I think what I want to do is clarify if this person, I mean, they're ready to walk away from their family situation. Whatever this third party is, they're emotionally drained, they're exhausted. So that's why I believe they're coming to you. Okay, so divine feminines, we're going to stop it here, but I want to clarify that, or just kind of give you a breakdown that I believe that you're in a position for reconnecting with your divine masculine. He may reach out to you, but I also believe that some of you are focusing on moving forward with your life and putting more energy into your own friendships and your own relationships other than this divine masculine. I think for some of you, you'll be open to receive the message, perhaps, when this divine masculine decides to reach out to you. For some of you, he does reach out. For a few of you, this is the week ahead, the next 7 to 10 days, he does reach out. But I want you to understand that even if he doesn't, he's thinking about it. But the Seven of Cups this is depression, this is addiction. He may not know what to say yet. More time, he may need more time. And remember, the Seven of Swords did come up. So I think he picks up his phone to text you or to talk to you, and then he puts it down. For some of you, he's written letters and not mailed them, email or even snail mail. But I do hope that this resonated with some of my divine feminine earth signs out there. And if you liked the video, please press like. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm still running this contest so that when I have 100 subscribers, I will randomly choose 3 subscribers for 15-minute readings by phone. So have a beautiful day, everybody, and have an awesome week, and blessings to all.